Austin. How about this? Garrett, do you have the tweet? What a world, folks. What a world. Fanatics unveiling their first group of college football jerseys with players' names on the back. This might seem like not that big a deal to perhaps a younger fan. If you only knew the war, the battles, the fight that took place for this day to see daylight, for this day to occur. Yes, you can go buy a Bryce Young Alabama jersey and not have to have it customized for you to be able to have it. Go get your Anthony Richardson jersey, which I'm sure they've sold like hundreds of in Gainesville over the last week. But there is Fanatics, which basically runs every merchandise license in all of pro sports nowadays. And there are no longer your custom jerseys. Those are just player college football jerseys. If you said young Paul Catalina 20 years ago, you can go buy, whoever your favorite player was in the pro shop.
P-Dub jersey?
Yeah, Peter Warwick jersey? Hell yeah.
I was in school with Peter Warwick.
They would have sold.
Peter Warwick. I was just 20 years ago. I was in school. And
I might have bought a Peter Warwick jersey.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't in school with Charlie Ward. Charlie was before my time. So, and look, I love Charlie Ward, but like if they had sold a Charlie Ward jersey, I would have been legally able to buy it because he would have been out of the time when I was at FSU. But yeah, if I was, and back then I wore jerseys because I was younger, so I don't anymore because it's not a good look for me, and I think I'm too old for it. But I would have bought a Peter Warwick jersey. I would have bought. My friends would say Jeff Chaney, who was a backup running back on the team, who I always thought was better than Travis Minor. But Snoop Menace was a friend of mine when we were in school. I would have worn his jersey, So they're just different things, I love this, and Chris Webber deserves a lot of credit for this fight before Ed O'Bannon. Chris Webber, when he was at Michigan, got really mad because he's walking by a store one day and there's a bunch of number 2 Michigan jerseys. Number 2, right? Yeah, number 2, Chris Webber.
Oh,
he was at Michigan?
4.
He was 4, yeah. Number 4 Michigan jerseys in the window. And he's like, wait a minute, that's me. Like, I'm not getting any money off of that.
Yep.
And there
was no argument. You just weren't.
No, you just didn't have your name on a jersey is the rule.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Which former player, and we can put this in the chat room, I have a Tommy Frazier 15. I bought it at a Nebraska, I guess, a merchandise store. Got it for Christmas probably from family. Which former player would you do this? Not wear it, but would you do this with?
Probably Tommy Frazier would have been one of them, and probably Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
And that's those were my favorites. So yeah, I'd say those guys if I were to do it. But it's not even so much about what I would want to wear or what I would even think about buying. It's just the fact that they're allowed to do it now. Like, they're allowed to make some money off their own freaking jerseys. Like, the fact that wasn't the case for as long as it was is just incredible. And yeah, as a fan, you also benefit. As a fan, you'll see their names in the video games now, and we can stop pretending that's not, Danny Werfel, the quarterback for Florida, and it's number whoever instead. How ridiculous that seems all in hindsight. It's a new era, but you can't argue, for all the things that people may want to push back against in this new era of college football, you can't push it back against the fact that this is right and long overdue. And it's just awesome for the players. I don't know how much of a cut they're all going to get, but it's better than what they were getting, and it's their names that they're taking advantage of like they should be able to. So pretty cool.
Well, people are throwing out names. I want to go over them. Go ahead.
Wouldn't you sell, the thing that never made sense to me is, wouldn't you sell more, especially in a short period of time, if you did put their names on it, give the player some money, especially when a guy is popular. For example, a lot of people got number 2 jerseys in College Station back with Johnny Manziel, and it was. I
got one. I'm not even an A&M fan. Yeah. It was a gift, but yeah.
Yeah, I was at a game watching Johnny Manziel play, looking around, and it was the first time in my life going to many A&M games that there were more number 2s than number 12s.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that not only that Win, you take that back to Dat Win, not everybody bought a number 9. Everybody loves that guy.
Bro, how many 10 Vince Young jerseys would have been sold? My God, he would have sold 1 million jerseys after the Rose Bowl.
We have names Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell, LT, Archie Griffin,
all that's
possible.
Sanders. You could technically buy the legend jerseys and do custom jerseys and all of that, but this is just now the real deal. There's no customizing it and all that. Boom, here's your jersey. And I don't think everybody's under or is in operation just yet. I don't think if you go to Fanatics, every single school is up to date with the jersey and all that just yet. They're kind of rolling it out as best I can tell, but soon enough.
But these are current players is what they're doing now, right?
That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about former players, but if they were current
you
players.
You could buy former player jerseys with no problem.
Yeah.
They would sell them. They'd say, hey, it's Tommy Frazier. But when Tommy Frazier was in Nebraska, you couldn't. When he was gone, you could, but like when he was there, you couldn't. And that's the whole point is like, yeah, if you're a Florida fan, you can go buy an Anthony Richardson jersey that says Richardson on the back. And it's an Anthony Richardson jersey, not, oh, this is just happens to be the number of the new star quarterback that he'll see no money from. I mean, that's highway robbery they got away with. So pretty cool that that's now changed. Elsewhere, there's a lot of talk there.